Patuloy po ang live and exclusive coverage ng inyong Premier Volleyball League Open Conference dito po sa Volleyball Central or Philoil Flying V Center. And we finally get to Game 1 of the Open Conference Finals ng inyong paboritong PVL live on SNA and of course on SNA HD and on live streaming on the #1 sports website of the Philippines, sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/PVL and of course on Premier Volleyball League.com. Game number 1 between the Water Defenders, the number 4 seed after the elimination round and the semis, and the number 2 seed, the Lady Warriors. And it all begins today here in the heart of San Juan City. For ABS-CBN Sports, we're happy to have you with us. We first are welcoming our birthday girl, our panel at large, Angelique Manto. She will be taking care of the reports for today. And after so long, she finally says yes. Chara Soriano joining us here at the panel for our broadcast. It's good to have you.
It's good to be here, Boom. Maraming salamat sa pag-imbita sa akin at we're very, very excited to watch the Game 1 of the finals of the Open Conference.
We're very excited to have you and so that you can share your thoughts. You know the players very well, you know the team, you know the league very well. So thank you for saying yes for game number 1.
You're very welcome, Boom.
What a special occasion for us. All right, Angelique, game 1, the rematch is on.
Tama ka dyan, Boom, and welcome again to the panel, Charo. We're so happy to have you with us.
And advance happy birthday
Yeah.
sa'yo, Angelique.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys. At sa inyo rin, mga kapamilya, welcome nga po sa Game 1 ng ating Open Conference Finals. Alam nyo, kapanapanabik ang laban natin today dahil kapwa ang Water Defenders at Lady Warriors hindi biro ang pinagdaanan para makaabot sa final. Simulan natin sa Water Defenders. Kinailangan nilang umabot sa Game 3 but they won that Game 3 in a 3-set sweep at silang pinakaunang koponan na nakatalo sa Cool Smashers at back-to-back pa yon para umabot sa final. Samantalang yung Lady Warriors naman, they had to go through it the hard way. They had to dig themselves out of the 2-set deficit that the Lady Jet Spikers set them up for and win the remaining 3 sets in order to defend their crown dito naman sa Open Conference natin. So, rematch nga ito ng ating reinforced conference dahil this conference magbabalik muli ang ating defending champion sa Lady Warriors with the seeking for revenge team na Water Defenders.
Revenge or repeat, ika nga ang ating tema dito sa ating serye. What do you see in this matchup, especially now that mag-rematch ito para sa kanilang dalawa, Char?
For sure, this is gonna be a really exciting game, no? Makikita naman natin na the top 2 scorers of the team, of course, namely Myla Pablo and Gretchen Sustones will be battling it out. And of course, aside from that, on the defensive side, you're gonna see, of course, the blockings of Risa Sato and Jeanette Panaga. So makikita po natin dyan, it's really gonna be a battle of the combination plays that the Power will give to the Water Defenders. And makikita din natin yung prowess ng
the reflexes.
Yes.
Prowess.
ng prowess ng Lady Warriors in terms of their spiking ability. So, very exciting talaga, both in the offensive and defensive systems of both teams.
Nakikita natin ang evading prowess ni Char Soriano, still on point when it comes to being here in the volleyball court. All right, Angelique, as always, you guys have something special for us. What do we have for today?
For today naman, bibigyan natin ng look ang ating mga kapamilya kung ano nga ba ang pinagdaanan ng Water Defenders at Lady Warriors before coming in to the finals. Kaya naman mga kapamilya, panoorin po natin ang Road to the Finals.
History repeats itself. Yan ang naging kwento ng exciting semifinals series ng Premier Volleyball League Open Conference. It was an uphill battle for the defending champions. Sa Game 1 ng semis, pinadapa ng Philippine Air Force Lady Jet Spikers ang Lady Warriors.
Gusto ng Lady Warriors na mabuhay pa rin dito sa larong ito.
Nice pass. Nice
Iya
pass.
yung ball.
Nice pass. Nakabantay kay Del Palomata.
Pero sa Game 2, muling nabuhay ang kupunan ni Coach Rico de Guzman as Myla Pablo and Jeanette Panaga powered the Lady Warriors to a 5-set victory.
Beautiful kill block. Easy for Gory. Soft touch para kay Pablo. At hindi na yung out. Still alive. Down the middle. And Palaga, the winner. The Lady Warriors stay alive in this semi-final series.
At sa rubber match, down 2 sets, the Lady Warriors showed grit and determination. Heather Ginoo proved to be the bright spot for the team.
Set point, not match point. And they extended. The champion. The 3-time champion.
The defending champs clawed its way back and won their 4th finals ticket against the Lady Jet Spikers.
Pero nung first and second, siguro sobrang down kami. And then lahat kami parang ang lungkot-lungkot na, kahit nakakapuntos kami, parang wala kami sarili. And then after ng third set talaga, sabi ko sa kanila na guys, para naman champion tayo, kailangan ipakita sa mga tao na kaya din lumaban. Kahit tip set man lang, huwag tayo may straight set.
Alam ko yung kakayahan nila paano maglaro. Kaya siyempre sabihin natin may pressure. Pero hindi naman ako naniniwala na agad na matatalo yung team ko. Talagang ilalaban at ilalaban ko sila. Kung ano yung best na pwede nyo ipakita, ibigay nyo na lahat dyan. Walang mawawala lahat dyan. Pag pinakita nyo lahat, papasok at papasok tayo ng final.
On the other side, the Water Defenders had to punch their way to another finals appearance.
Napor. Back row para kay Sotones.
Hindi naging madali ang laban as they battled it out against a tough Cool Smasher squad led by top playmaker Gia Morado.
She is again. Rosemary Vargas. Morado. Pinigay naman kay Soriano.
In Game 1, the Cool Smashers defeated the Water Defenders in 5 sets.
Pao Soriano.
Pero hindi nagpatalo ang kupunan ni Coach Roger Goreyap with the stellar performances of Aiko Urdas.
And there we go, Aiko Urdas.
And the consistency of Gretzel Soltones and Jerely Malabanan. The team won the last 2 games of the series. And now, they're back in the finals.
Lisa Sato, there we go.
Sobrang happy ako kasi panalo eh. Basta, hard training. Yes.
Lagi ko sinasabi sa kanila, you deserve to go to the championship because of the sacrifices na nangyari nitong first conference. We almost didn't make it to the semis eh. Let's reward ourselves with going to the finals, and who knows, we can get the championship naman this time around.
I think we'll just do what we did last time from last conference because we are familiar with them already. We made it again to the finals as our goal as a team. So.
In this final series, will it be redemption? Or will it be a repeat? The Lady Warriors versus the Water Defenders para sa best of 3 final series ng Premier Volleyball League Open Conference.
After all the hardships bago pumasok sa finals, this time clean slate na tayo. Makikita natin kung sino nga ba ang mananalo sa gitna ng Water Defenders at ng Lady Warriors. Sabi nga sa BTR natin, is it going to be a redemption or a reign of or repeat of a reign of the defending champions? Mga kapamilya, Team Water Defenders ba kayo or Team Lady Warriors? I-tweet nyo lang po kami sa @ABS-CBN Sports gamit ang ating official hashtag PVL on ABS-CBN. Pwede nyo rin po kaming i-follow sa aming Instagram account sa @ABS-CBN_sports. Keep up to date on all things Premier Volleyball League. Punta lang po kayo sa #1 sports website in the Philippines, sports.abs-cbn.com. PVL.com. And of course, you could also like and follow our Facebook page sa @Premier Volleyball League. Help us reach 1 million likes, mga kapamilya. And of course, Boom and Charo, hindi naman mawawala yung pagkakataon ng mga viewers natin dito mismo sa venue na makagamit ng ating mobile photo booth. Ayan, pwede sila magpa-picture sa mga kapwa nila fans, kasamang kapwa nilang fans, kasama yung mga players na idols nila. So, marami talaga tayo may experience kapag nanood ng live dito.
Sa labas pa lang yan, ha? Yan yung nangyayari sa labas. Nagkaguluhan din na nandito sa loob at we are moments away from game number 1. Pero hindi lang yun, hindi lang yung mga sinabi ni Angelique. Si Charo rin pwede niyong kausapin if you have any questions.
Kapag may mga tanong po kayo, mga kapamilya, you can ask on, of course, Twitter and Instagram. You can use hashtag AskCharo for any questions that you have in relation to volleyball.
No, katulad nung paano niya nakita yung bola.
Paano niya naiwasan?
Naiwasan, yan. Tatanungin natin mamaya. Angelique, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Birthday
Thank
again
you
in
so
advance.
Happy birthday, Angelique.
Siya naman na iroronda dito sa PhilOil Flying V Center. Kami ni Charo ay magbabalik para pag-usapan itong game number 1 ng ating Open Conference Finals ng inyong Premier Volleyball League. Ilang minuto na lang ay magsisimula ng game number 1 ng ating Premier Volleyball League Open Conference between the Lady Warriors and the Water Defenders dito po sa loob ng PhilOil Flying V Center. Muli po magandang gabi mula sa amin sa ABS-CBN Sports. Boom Gonzalez muli at Charo Soriano joining us for game number 1. It's a special game. We have a special analyst and let's talk about these two teams. So Charo, unahin natin yung mga last games nitong dalawang kupunan na to. The Water Defenders almost did not make it to the semis.
Yes.
Tapos pagdating ng semis, they had to come from behind in the series to make it to the finals.
I think you can really see the Water Defenders. They really want to be in the finals and they want to battle it out again, of course, with the Lady Warriors. And nakikita po natin lahat ngayon, everybody's getting excited. Natutuwa po yung mga tao sa upcoming game natin. And of course, in their last game, the battle for third, Water Defenders defeats the Cool Smashers last August 9. And we can really see, no, napaka-aggressive talaga ng mga spikers ng Water Defenders. Unang-una, nangunguna dito si Malabanan with 15 points. And then, of course, Gretchen Soltones also helped with 13 points. At tumulong din, of course, yung opposite spiker natin na si Urdas, who gave 12 points in the match. Nakikita po natin na in the other side of the fence with the Cool Smashers, it's only Pau Soriano that really put out a double digit and came out with 13 points. So makita natin yung deficit in terms of the aggressiveness of the spikers. And I think that's what also gave the Water Defenders an edge during their last game against the Cool Smashers. And now, nandito na sila, Boom, against the Lady Warriors.
Yeah, and it's an unfortunate thing para dun sa fans ng Cool Smashers, of course, na dalawang dikit na talo sa semifinals after winning everything
yes,
before
they were
that.
undefeated sa elimination round.
But that's just how it is. The Water Defenders came out on top at dito na sila. And nabanggit ni Charo yung mga key players para dito sa Water Defenders. But one of the players also has really stepped up towards the end ng ating preliminaries and in the semis. Ang sinasabi ko nga in that last game, the evolution of Jerry Lee Malabanan continues dito sa ating Premier Volleyball League.
Yes, napakasaya po ng mga fans, of course, of Jerry Lee Malabanan dahil pinakita po talaga niya ang kanyang kakayahan in terms of being a leader for the Water Defenders. Ever since po nakikita po natin na it's always been Gretchen Soltones giving them the highest number of points when it comes to attacks. But now we can really see na Jerry Lee Malabanan is stepping up her game and of course helping out the Water Defenders to be here in Game 1 of the finals of the Open Conference.
You know this very well, Charo. Sometimes it takes time for some players to be comfortable in a system, comfortable in a team. And she's coming out of her shell. Ito si Jerry Lee Malabanan, 15 points in that last game. At nakausap yan ni Angelique Manto. Kani-kanina lamang, pakinggan at panoorin natin yung interview na yan.
So, Jerry, the Water Defenders were the only team to beat the Cool Smashers, and you did it during the semifinals in the most important time. How were you guys able to do it?
I think we were able to do that because we really focused on teamwork. Our points were spread out throughout all of our players, not just on one player. So I think that's what helped us get that win.
So now it looks like it's a rematch between your team and the Lady Warriors. So what do you guys need to do in order to take game 1?
I think we just have to work on staying consistent on our first ball. So our service, receive, and defense, and serving. And then also our teamwork again.
So good luck on game 1. Jerry Lee, balik sa inyo. Boom and Charo.
Boom, nakita naman natin ang sinabi ni Jerry Lee Malabanan. They really have to be more consistent with their first ball, especially since Nabor is a very good playmaker. If they have a first ball, it's gonna be easier for them to do combination plays and actually split the blocks, the taller blockers of Pocari. And we'll see kung magagawa po nila ngayon to sa game 1.
At yun ang naging problema nila in that game number 1 in the semifinals, yung kanilang natalo against the Cool Smashers. Ang makakalaban po nila ay ang Lady Warriors who are going into their 4th consecutive finals. They're trying to defend their title. They're the 2nd seed. They're highly favored, but hindi rin madali para sa kanila. They've had a change of coach, they have a change of material, and they're coming off a big win against the Lady Jet Spikers in 5 sets. It was a grind-out match ng huli, Charo.
It really was. You can see, no, in the last game with the Jet Spikers were actually up 2 sets already. So the first set they got easily, the second set as well. But coming into the third set, sabi nga po ni coach ng ating Lady Warriors na magpapatalo ba ang heart of the champion. At nakita po natin na hindi po talaga magpapatalo ng ganun kadali-dali na lang ang Lady Warriors. And of course, they got the win in 5 sets. We can see in the scoreboard right now that in terms of all the spikes and the blocks and the serves, talaga pong napakadikit, no? It's only a one-point deficit in most of the scoring and non-scoring skills. But of course, the heart of the champion really prevailed, and we can see the Lady Warriors got the 5th set 15-10. Medyo malayo na po siya.
And we have to remember also that the Lady Jet Spikers were 2 points away from their finals appearance also. So really a testament dito sa Water Defenders, the Lady Warriors in their experience in coming back. They also had a bigger lineup or used a longer bench, a deeper bench ng game na yun. Charo, they had 14 players that they used in that matchup against the Lady Jet Spikers. So fatigue became an issue, especially in the 5th set. At lahat nung hinugot ni Coach Rico ay talagang nag-deliver.
Yan naman po talaga ang isa sa mga advantage ng Pocari. Lady Warriors being of course a veteran team here in the Premier V League. Nakikita po natin na yung shifting and distribution of plays of the coach at yung mga hugot niya coming in from the bench ay napakagaling po talaga, and it worked to the advantage of course of the team. Of course, sinabi nyo, boom, na nag 5 sets tayo, and one of the main things that really, one of the main factors that really won them is of course the fatigue of the Jet Spikers, especially since the Jet Spikers mas konti ang pinupuntahan nilang mga aggressive hitters, no?
Now you see the points on your screens a while ago, but more than that, and Charo knows this very well, it's the timing of the contributions for the Lady Warriors in that game that propelled them dito sa game number 1 ng ating finals. Nakausap din ni Angelique Manto si Heather Ginoa. Pakinggan natin kung anong masasabi niya.
So Heather, from your last game, how were you and bench players like Jessie De Leon and Phil Englet Cayetano able to give such big contribution, especially dun sa game 3 nyo?
Yung parang na-contribute po namin is yung magkaroon po ulit ng energy dun sa loob ng game. Tsaka po yung mag-i-enjoy lang po namin yung mga ginagawa namin.
So ngayon, makakaharap ninyo ulit yung Water Defenders. Ano yung kailangan yung gawin para sa inyo mapunta yung game 1?
Yun nga po yung sinasabi nila coach po na una po namin dapat na magkaroon is yung first ball po namin, and syempre yung fighting spirit po talaga. Yun.
So good luck on your game today, Heather. Balik sa inyo, Boom and Charo.
Makikita naman po natin na yung mga factors na minention ni Heather Gino, which was she was a vital player in their last game, no? She mentioned, of course, number 1 is to really enjoy the game, and second is their fighting spirit. So makikita po natin na sa panig ng Lady Warriors, they're really more focused on the qualitative aspects of the game, and you can really see that's why they are the champions. It's not about the stats anymore. It's not about the numbers. When you're in this high level of competition, Boom, you really have to make sure that you have a fighting spirit, you enjoy the game, and you make sure they also give positive energy to your teammates.
Right, and she is also very lucky that she is surrounded with quality players with a back-to-back MVP, also in tow. All right, we're talking about the Lady Warriors, of course, and the Water Defenders. That is what's going on. Game number 1. Pag-usapan natin that lone matchup that happened here in the preliminary round way back July 30. Now, we're going to look at the result of that, and I don't want you to relive anything, Charo. Hindi po yun ang point natin kung bakit natin sasabihin ito or i-feature itong game na to. But is it important to look at this game knowing yung sitwasyon surrounding that game, because pasok na yung Lady Warriors nung laban na yun?
I think, no, and everybody's been talking about this crucial game between the Water Defenders and the Lady Warriors.
Yes.
This actually proved that the Water Defenders really want to be in the finals game. Of course, we cannot say the same naman for the Lady Warriors. They also want to be here. But makikita rin po natin talaga na mas nangailangan ng Water Defenders. Ang mga players po natin dito, Gretchel, Urdas, Nabor, everybody contributed to that win. And dahil po dyan, nandito po sila ngayon to match again or to face again, of course, the reigning champion of the Premier V League, which is Pocari. And sana po makuha nila ang title na to, and we'll see in this match again.
Sinasabi lang namin yun dahil in context po, at that time, di ba, the Lady Warriors already were into the semifinals.
Really in.
And as Charo mentioned, yung Water Defenders nangailangan ng panalo at pinatunayan nila na ginusto nila at nakarating sila sa semis, and now they're in the finals hoping for redemption. Okay, samahan nyo kami on Twitter as usual at ABS-CBN Sports at ang hashtag natin PVL on ABS-CBN, on IG, ABS-CBN_sports, and of course on sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/PVL, and on PremierVolleyballLeague.com, and of course the Facebook page is Premier Volleyball League. And of course, again, if you have a question,
if you have any questions, don't forget, use hashtag AskCharo for anything in relation to volleyball. So nandito lang po kami, guys, and keep tuned.
Are you ready to be flooded with questions?
I'm ready to be flooded. I don't know if I can answer each and every question, but sana po, para po sa inyo, tingnan po natin kung masagot natin lahat ng mga katanungan ninyo para sa atin.
Susubukan namin lahat yan. You're like a natural. You look like you're doing this for a very long time. Charo Soriano and her thoughts on game number 1 in a bit. DJ Jams for the entertainment inside the Philoil Flying V Center. When we come back, game number 1 ang atin Open Conference ng inyong Premier Volleyball League.
Our BaliPure Purest Water Defenders. Let's start off with jersey number 5. This conference's second best outside spiker, Gretchel Soltones. At number 8, Marie Angelica Cayuna. Wearing jersey number 9, Aiko Sweet Urdas. At number 10, Macy Mendiola. Number 11 is this conference's second best middle blocker, Risa Sato. And number 15, Jerly Malabanan. Libero, number 6, Leslie Ann Pantone. Head coach, Mr. Roger Gorayev. Presenting our Pocari Sweat Lady Warriors. Team captain is number 12, Giselle C. At number 7, this conference's first best middle blocker, Janet Panaga. Wearing jersey number 8, Maricar Nepomuceno. At number 9, Elaine Casilag. Number 16, Siemens Desiree Dadang. And number 18, this conference's first best outside spiker and conference MVP, Myla Pablo. Libero, this conference's best libero, number 5, Melissa Gohing. Head coach, Mr. Rico De Guzman. Watch out for the flying white volleyballs coming your way.
All right, here we go. Game number 1 of the Open Conference, the finals of your Premier Volleyball League. Water Defenders, Lady Warriors. The rematch is on when it's a rematch, Charo, anong iniisip ng dalawang koponan? Iniisip ba nila, ay ba na tong team na kaharap natin ngayon, whether you're the Water Defenders or the Lady Warriors? What psychological things are coming into play when you're facing the same faces from the last finals? Ito yung dumali sa atin dati, yung mga ganyan.
Yes, that's true, Boom. Actually, sa matchup na to, no, napaka-interesting kasi they've been playing against each other not only in this conference but also in the last 3 and 4th conference. Right. So a lot of these people actually know each other already. So it's a matter of adjustments talaga for me, Boom. Kilala mo na ang mga kalaban mo, kilala mo na ang mga kakampi mo. But what works today and what will not work today, kung sino po ang team na makakapag-adjust, I feel that team will be the one who will win this game.
Is there jitters for teams who've been there before? Meron pa rin ba yan? Does that still come into play?
Well, of course, yung ambience ng arena and San Juan Arena now, everybody's been cheering, everybody's shouting. There will be for sure jitters, no? Like nakita natin kanina, first service error of the game.
Right.
But once you're warm, once you keep on playing, once you let go of the errors that you will be doing, like right now, nagkaroon tayo na net violation, yung mga ganyang mental errors, may iwasan natin once we get to warm up. And hopefully, we'll get to see some good rallies today between the two teams.
Lady Warriors with their blue uniform and the blue hair streak.
Yes, I'm really liking that, ha?
Is it because of the color or just the streak itself? Ano ba, Charo?
It's really both, but really the color blue is striking for me ever since.
I bet. Chelsea with the setup to Panaga for their first attack point. Those 2 points of these two teams are off errors. So yan yung unang malinis na puntos mula sa Lady Warriors. Panaga with that sharp serve. Urdas, here's another girl.
Yes,
her journey from her injury days, her former Rookie of the Year, the UAP, and then the ACL injury, and questions of whether she will ever get back, you know, her form, her strength, her confidence.
We've seen her, we've played against her also before, prior to her ACL injury. And of course, we've seen her red when she was still doing rehab. At ibang-iba na ngayon si Urdas. You can really see how confident she is, of course, coming from the opposite side. And her strength really is the cross-court hit. No? So kung ako si water defender ng mga blockers ng Lady Warriors, we really need to adjust to her hits.
Kaine Pomoseno, her schoolmate.
Yes.
From NU also with the miss hit, nakailalim sa bola. So hitting error, 4-2 for the water defender.
Very interesting how these two, both opposite spikers of today's teams are actually coming from the same collegiate school.
I love how Risa Sato serves. It's sometimes sharp, it's sometimes short, but very accurate, and again, getting a service ace. As we go back to Angelique Manto for this report.
Milagro kung ituring ng team captain ng Lady Warriors na si Chelsea ang kanilang pagkapanalo last game. Alam nyo, Bumensyaro, babanggitin ko pa nga lang yung game 3 sa kanila halos nag-react na silang lahat ng grabe at ibang klase daw yung paghihirap na dinaanan nila doon sa laro. Ayun, mismo si Giselle na nga ang nagsabi na sa 4 na finals appearances nila, itong sa Open Conference daw yung naging pinakamahirap. Kwento pa nga nito, sobrang dramatic daw ng huddle nila sa gitna ng court after the game dahil halos dilim na daw yung nakikita nila nung third set, but still, they were able to come out of it. That game best exemplifies their heart of a champion at ayun nga daw ang pinagkukuhanan nila ng inspirasyon on this game. And regarding naman sa blue hairspray nila, this has been happening since their last conference and this shows their team spirit. Balik sa inyo, Bumensyaro.
Oh, yun nga, nasabi ni Charo that they already started that. Hey!
Iba talaga team spirit ng blue, no?
Hindi, tsaka pag nanalo, why, di ba? Why are you
change?
gonna, change it up? If it was a lucky charm, why not? In the meantime, sa kabila, tinulak ni Sultones. We are at 5 and 4. Gohing sets it up. Casilag, who had a really off game, one of probably her worst game this whole conference, the game number 3 last time, but
you can really see her. You can really see her now. Now she's more aggressive, and both Myla Pablo and Elaine Casilag are actually going to the cross court. So they're really trying to avoid the block of Urdas here. So iwas sila ng down the line, punta sila sa cross court. But we can really see that their hits are really sharp. Hindi nila pinapaabot kay Tatan Pantone ang bola.
Nakita nga namin as you see that hit from Rachel, attack point there. Nakita ni Coach Ronnie yung laglag balikat at saka yung facial expression ni Elaine Casilag nung last time. It really wasn't good. But yun nga yung pinag-usapan natin ng pregame. The bench delivered. Pinasok sila Phil, pinasok si Henry, hindi na nga napasok ulit si Elaine eh. And the bench delivered and got them to game number 1 wherein we are tied right now at 6-all. Kainip Pumuseno. Bumawi.
Bumawi again with her cross-court hit. She's been doing that time and time again. Boom. And of course, the water defenders, the blockers of the other team should really adjust to her cross-court hits already.
Pantone was there as usual. Soltones tries to make something out of it. Pablo taking it from the side.
Makikita naman natin ang versatility, of course, ng ating one of the more favorite spikers or hitters here in the Premier V League. Of course, Gretchen Soltones, she can do cross-court hits. She can go down the line, katulad ng ginawa niya kanina. And Myla Pablo was there, but it was really strong enough for her to handle.
Casilag again. Very different body language today here in game number 1. They're going to need her.
Elaine Casilag has a very good timing today with her hits. We can really see that she's getting the height that she wants, of course, being one of the taller players or tallest players in the court right now. At nakita natin talagang over the block ang palo ni Elaine.
Tsaka technically, and I've said this many times about Elaine Casilag, as we see Malabanan here with that attack. Casilag has a short wind-up. It's not a full swing. She has a short wind-up, so sometimes the timing on for the blocker naiiba, kaya lang miss-hit siya doon. So ang water defenders, ang may 1-point lead going into our first technical timeout. We will be back. Nagbabalik po tayo dito sa loob ng Philoil Flying V Center at masayang-masaya ang fans ng parehong koponan dahil ito yung rematch na to. It is not an expected rematch. Let's put it that way, Taro, because maraming nagkakala, uy, ang lakas ng Cool Smashers this year, and then
Correct. They were undefeated sa elimination round. Even without Eliza Valdez, they won their games.
Oh, and then you have the Lady Jet Spikers who really had a great run going into the semis and really looked good in that game number 3 until fatigue came into play. So I like the story of these two teams. As much as it is a rematch, Charo, and for the fans, you also know na parang iba yung pinagdaanan nila this conference.
Iba rin talaga, no? We can really see that the Lady Warriors had some sort of difficulty coming here. But again, like last conference, sinabi nga ng coach nila na they are used to adversities at nakikita naman natin kung gaano katibay ang team na to.
C opens up to Casilag again. Cayuna comes in to Urdas, who sends it to the other side. Not very strong, but enough spin just to get it over and time it differently for the blocker.
The Lady Warriors already have 6 attacks to the team, and of course, makikita natin the water defenders are really being aggressive in terms of their serves. Ang lakas po ng serve ni Asuncion at nahirapan po talaga si Lady Warriors to receive it. And of course, we see again Elaine Casilag being really aggressive, going to the down the line hit, knowing for a fact that Mendiola is a middle hitter and hence not so good of a receiver. So she knows her target and she went there.
And I don't know if it's a ploy of Coach Rico na nakita niya, napansin niya how malamya si Casilag nung game number 3 ng semifinal. So ngayon, talagang siya ang pinupuntahan. Pangalawang beses na po na blanco. Ito si Myla Pablo. She's obviously going to be a marked woman, Sharon. Double MVP now, back-to-back.
She really is. And I think Risa Sato has already adjusted to how she would need to block Myla Pablo. At nakita naman natin na she was able to stop her in that hit of hers. And of course, katabi niya si Urdas, so napakagaling po talaga ng blocking system ng water defenders ngayon. Let's see how the Pocari Lady Warriors will adjust to this.
What a set by Cayuna to Aiko. Sweet Urdas lumusot sa block. Biggest lead of the match right now at 12-8.
Makikita natin.
Makinig muna tayo sa timeout.
Yes.
Tanong kayo. Wala. Hindi naman mabilisan. Tumaas ang bola. Talong kayo ng talong.
nasa labas, ang bola short. Kailangan gamit kayo ng size na papunta sa kanan. Pag nato kayo, papunta dito sa kaliwa. Huwag kayo talong-talong kung saan nakaposisyon nyo. Nato lang kayo, nakaganon lang kayo. Pasa mo na!
Narinig natin kay Coach na we really need to adjust when it comes to our blocking system. No? Especially since yung combination plays ni Nabor has really been confusing for the blocks of the Lady Warriors. Now, we're gonna see here if ever maka-adjust ang Lady Warriors natin.
So, Celine Domingo earlier on, and after that timeout, yan ang pinakamasakit, na service ace pa sila.
We've been talking about the aggressiveness of these water defenders, no, in terms of their attacking skills. And nakikita naman natin na yung services nila talaga, it's been how many aces already early on in this set.
Pablo, back to the MVP, gets it through. You can't deny her the whole match for sure. You can limit her. But Myla Pablo is really... Here's another girl, Charo. You've seen her evolution, both from yung kanyang skills and mentally, she's become tougher.
I really remember when I saw the pivotal point that changed, that Myla Pablo became a Myla Pablo to the Myla Pablo, and it was the under-23 stint. Right after that, she went back to the UAAP and scored a 30-pointer in one single game. So nakita talaga natin yung development niya as an athlete, and it's so nice to watch her now, how aggressive she is, and her leadership, of course, not only offensively but defensively. Nakita naman natin yung kanyang blocking skills din.
And on cue, just as we talked about her, she gets another point back-to-back. I love...
Parang naririnig niya tayo, boom.
Sigurado naririnig niya. I really love stories like that, Charo. I mean, you know, you see kasi not just evolution and improvement, but there's a struggle. Like Aiko, di ba? And Myla. Oh, nice instinct there by Risa Sato as she gets that point, 14-10. Remember, we're also live online sa PremierVolleyballLeague.com. Let's listen in to Cassie and Alfred.
She's also known for her hard serves. Mabigat talaga yung kamay ni Malabanan.
Pero parang halos lahat ng water defenders, napapansin ko, hard servers. Like now,
ayan,
another ace for the water defenders. Talagang as in, per service ng water defenders, binibigyan nila lahat. Pinapahirapan nila ang mga Lady Warriors sa pag-receive.
Yan talaga ang weakness ng Pocari Sweat Lady Warriors. Let's see how they adjust. Serving up again is Malabanan. Goes to Gohing, the best libero of the league. Pablo goes cross court. Binigay kay Soltones. And she gets the point. The energy of the crowd. Grabe talaga, Alfred.
It's a powerful hit from Soltones there, no?
All right, now we are going to go.
All right, that's Cassie Gormley and Alfred Valbuena. You can catch them online, of course, PremierVolleyballLeague.com and sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/PVL. 16-10. Timeout muna tayo. Magbabalik po kami.
16, BaliPure. 10, Pocari Sweat.
Good Vibes Freeze Moment brought to you by Creamline. Good Vibes, Creamline Creamy Ice Cream. Biggest lead of the match of game number 1 so far, 16-10 for the Water Defenders.
Technical time.
What's happening to the Lady Warriors, Chad, in your opinion?
We've talked about adjustments, and I think hopefully
Number
after
50,
that, the
Jerry
timeout,
Malaban.
we'll be able to see the Lady Warriors adjust. Nahihirapan po talaga sila ngayon sa receive, and that's one of the things that they need in order for Giselle C to set up or give a good setup to her spikers like that one. You have to start with a good reception first.
Janet Panaga, almost 11 points in the preliminary round, 11 points in the semis also. Very consistent, but very crucial in the semis. Yung timing ng points niya in that fifth set of game number 2 really was big para dito kay Coach Rico. The clock was there, but it's out, so we are 17-11, still a 6-point lead, and a happy, smiling Aiko Ortas is always bad news for the opponent.
You can really see how confident she is when she goes up to hit that ball. It's really her form also. No? She hits the ball really, really high. At kahit nakatapat niya si Myla Pablo at Dada, talagang napakataas ng height ng bola. Hirap na hirap rin ang mga blockers ng Lady Warriors.
It's almost like 2 to 3 years that we didn't see Aiko smile.
That.
You know what I mean? Her body language is was bad. Her conditioning, obviously, because she's coming from that injury, and then mentally she was never engaged. She was always worried about the injury. Yeah,
she's really enjoying herself now. She doesn't think about her injury anymore. And nakita talaga natin na she's past that. Coming from the drops and the hits, napaka-versatile na talaga ni Urdas ngayon. At yan, nakikita natin ngayon kanyang pagbabalik.
Masaya si Coach Roger Koreev.
Yes, I see Coach Roger smiling also.
You know him very well. 18-12 is the score. Kaine Pomuceno with the attack point. Cayuna goes to Soltones. Pantone was there to keep it alive, but the chase down from Cayuna, kinapos. So 5-point lead.
Good timing there by Dadang and Pomuceno na talagang binasa nila ang palo ni Gretchen Soltones. And once you're able to stop one vital hitter of the other side, makakatulong talaga yun sa team nyo.
Cayuna back set. And that moves out. So Urdas again piling up the points for Coach Roger Koreev. Another 6-point lead.
Nakikita talaga natin the side of the water defenders. Maraming choices ang setter nila. And when really the combination plays and when you do split plays of the water defenders, mahihirapan talaga ang Lady Warriors makabawi.
Point there from Shishi. 19-14. A lot of NU players, a lot of FPU players. And then a sprinkling of former Adamson, LaSalle, and speaking of Adamson, Janet Serafica checking in. Heather Gino, those
8 out, 4.
This is what we talked about, yes, the bench players, yung mga hugot ni Coach, kanyang mga bench players. We'll see if this will work like how it worked before.
Yeah. Serafica, of course, will do the setting, so that means full front line si Coach Rico with Gino, Casilag, and Dadang.
They're one of the rare teams also, these two teams that do the 6-2 offensive system, no, wherein they really put in another setter so that there will be 3 spikers or 3 hitters in front.
Look at this. Right off the bench, instant offense. Heather Gino delivering again, cutting that lead down to 4 as Serafica continues to serve. Now this time, too much power behind that.
ng konti ang kanyang service.
BaliPure.
That's Coach Rico, former Army man. That's how it feels to be in the championship series himself. Just like my partner over here, Charo, who's of course played, won, and coached at this level.
It's really exciting, no, yung mga ganitong level. You already know the stats, you already know who to look out for. Pero talagang kapag ganito nakataas ang intensity and ang level of competition, a lot of the players, like of course Jeremy Malabanan, you will see her with her fighting spirit at makita mo talaga siya na lumilitaw.
Lady Warriors.
Another great story, and we'll get to her in a bit. First, let's listen into this timeout.
Yung sa block natin, huwag kayo mauna. Ang taas ng bola. Nauna tayo sa block, kaya ang tama lang ng bola dito lang eh. Ang baba lang naman ang daan ng bola, ba't kayo nagmamadaling bumlock? Kaya natin sumabay. Ang problema, hindi natin nami-maintain itong first ball natin. Tapon na naman ang tapon. Paano tayo makakatake ng ganda niyan? Walang masama magkamali. Huwag kayong matakot. Basta tama yung ginagawa nyo.
Narinig natin kay Coach Rico the usual two determinants that have been causing the Lady Warriors to not be in their A game, which is of course number 1, their reception, and number 2, their blocking system. So we'll see here, they made a few adjustments and put Mel in the middle.
Soltones for the serves. Serafica takes a look at the defense. Malamya para kay Dadang, 1-2 play for Cayuna, pero nakita ni Serafica. Ginoo na naman. Pantone, Cayuna, sa gitna, sa likod, Soltones. And this will be easy over. Chance ball para sa water defenders. Cayuna, sa gitna pumunta. Mendiola, tinapik lamang. Serafica will go to Casilag. Sa kabila naman dinala.
That's a good low set coming from Serafica. And of course, napag-usapan natin kung gaano kabilis ang palo ni Elaine Casilag. And she really showed us there how fast it is with a good cross-court hit. Walang tao, hindi bumaba ang blockers on the water defender side. And we can really see now na si Elaine Casilag talaga
She's on.
nagtatrabaho.
She's on today,
yes.
Oh! A drop ball!
That's an ace.
mula kay Dadang. It looked like it was going out even from our angle,
Yes,
Charo.
I really thought it was going out, of course.
Pero walang spin yata yung bola eh. Wala. It's a
Drop
dead
on
ball.
the line, and that's exactly the kind of serve that you're looking for if you're part of the Lady Warriors side.
They're inching closer. Down 4.
Isa-isa,
Biggest lead was 6.
isa-isa.
Oo, pa-isa-isa lamang. At may chance ball pa sila dito. 17-21. Serafica. Ginoo. Kayuna. Pinili si Urdas. Lalabas. And now, this is the closest they've gotten since they were down 6. And as expected, Coach Roger will call his timeout this time.
Basta pag pinala mo, pwersahin mo, paluin mo ng malakas o nung ilalagay. Hayaan mo outside, wala tayong magagawa eh. Para yung confidence hindi mawawala ha. Yan, doon na tayo kay Jerry Lee. Ha? Kailangan bilisan mo. Pag pinaltok mo yung bola, huwag naman bilisan mo para mabilis bumagsak yung bola ha. Yan, alalay ka no, lamang pa naman tayo. Huwag kayo matatalanta ha.
Ganyan-ganyan si Coach Roger talaga magsalita. Boom, laban naman. Binigyan ko kayo ng license to kill. Ayoko nang makitang mga palo na hulog-hulog lang.
Speaking of evolution, he has evolved also as a coach. His demeanor is a lot different from, let's say, when he was coaching his first few years in the UAP with Ateneo and, you know, NU even. So even he has, you know, softened down, mellowed down. And
medyo subtle na si Coach ngayon. Hindi na siya katulad ng mga panahon namin. Na talagang kakabahan ka pa. Palabas ka pa lang, kinakabahan ka na. Yes, but of course, syempre, he's coaching a pro league already.
Yes, correct.
He's coaching a commercial league.
Different
Wherein
approach,
Yes, the players are much more mature now.
It's a great point, Charo. In the meantime, dalawa na lang, Charo, hinahabol dito.
From 6 points, it's now 2 points na lang ang lamang ng ating water defenders. And of course, dahil ito sa napakagaling na service ni... Yes, kanina pa siya dyan. She had an ace and she's making it very difficult for the receivers of the water defenders to give a play.
Baba, pagkakataon muli dito para sa mga naka-asul. Kasilag na naman, cross-court, Pantone was there. Gitna, likod, bumalik ang bola. Kayuna, trying to fool the defenders. Malabanan, with a rocket. Dadang says, kayang-kaya. Kayuna uli sa gitna kay Mendiola. Tapi ka ng bola. And it's still alive. Longest rally of the match so far. Kayuna. And a miscommunication on the side of the defenders. Ginoo puts it away.
That's a very, very long rally. Nakita talaga natin that the water defenders are making use of their back row attacks. And it's now a 1-point lead coming from a 6-point lead. Tingnan natin ngayon kung anong adjustment ang gagawin ng ating water defenders. First and foremost, they really need to make sure that they have proper reception para po mabigyan ng choices ang ating setter.
Kayuna opens up the Malabanan. That's too soft. Dadang will set up. Ginoo again. Coverage was there from Pantone. Chance ball muli. Sa gitna, Panaga. Kayuna underhands it to Soltones. Serafica. Another chance for the white shirts. They open up to Malabanan. And she puts a little more behind that. Kitang-kita natin, Charo. Binigyan niya ng konti yung bola na yun.
A very mature play coming from Malabanan. She really saw the hands of the blocker and she used the hands of the blockers to score a point there for the water defenders. And they're now up by 2.
Serving for BaliPure.
That stops the bleeding. That stops the rally. Free ball. Or is it? No! Kasilag!
Kasilag there coming in. From the back row, we can see na it's not the best of sets, but she made 2 and she scored a point for the Lady Warriors. Nahirapan po si Granchel na gumalaw from the middle to the line and she let go. She let go the last moment.
Playing the lines. And as always, the ever reliable Phil Kailet Cayetano in to serve. Kayuna. Sato has not been a presence so far. Return to center, says Myla Pablo to Jerry Lee Malabanan.
Napag-usapan natin yung mga adjustments na kailangan gawin ng Lady Warriors and we can see they now have better receives, they now have better first ball, and of course even their blocking pattern has improved.
It is a big mistake to underestimate the very experienced Lady Warriors from down 6, 16-10. 21-15. Now they tie the ball game, but Cayuna with a smart play there, the length of Cayuna, and then lefty pa.
Presence of mind din niya knowing na Myla Pablo is in the middle.
Chance ball. 23-22. Cayuna. Sa gitna binigay. Malabanan delivers the goods.
Isa rin yan sa mga advantages, of course, ng Lady Defenders.
What a play.
They have good combination plays. And one that we saw just moments ago by Jerry Lee Malabanan.
What a job by Sato drawing. At si Heather Guido napako tuloy dahil sa kanya. Cayuna at set point. Pablo cross court. Pantone was there. Urdas with a cut shot. And the first set go to the Water Defenders who were threatened. Tied at 22 all, and they come up with a 3-0 run.
Good placement shot there coming from Aiko Urdas. It's not the most powerful of hits, but she put it right where there was no Water Defender.
All right, first set of game number 1 is in the books. Magbabalik po kami with set number 2 dito po sa SNA.